Hey there everyone, and welcome to a new video for shell replacement. This week, tackling the Dreamcast. As you can kind of see, this one's, it's yellowed. That's more white, or the off-white that it is, but this top shell, that is very yellowed right there. So we're going to replace that, much like we did from the N64. We got a case from AliExpress. Pull this bad boy up. Don't need that box anymore. That is the decal. We'll set you aside. We got this really nice blue console. Take it out of the packaging there. Just super clean. And unlike the N64, we don't have to replace the mechanism to open the Dreamcast. A little nice white right there. We'll put the logo on last like we did last time. But yeah, just a really pretty, brilliant blue. So let's get started and take apart that Dreamcast and get this one going. The tools you will need to do this are, just your handy dandy electronic screwdriver for everything. But also you're gonna need a Phillips head. I should have said, sorry, Phillips head, handy dandy screwdriver. And you're gonna need a longer tipped Phillips head to take the basic shell off, just because it's deep in there, and you'll see when I get to it. So you're gonna need longer head screwdriver just for that. All right, so let's flip this bad boy over. And the first thing we're gonna do is the modem, because you have to replace that separately. There we go. We got the modem off. That was a little difficult. Or if you want to skip the modem, you can always just skip it and plug the white one. There we go. Just two simple screws right here. And like with the N64, have something to hold your screws in there so you don't lose them. They're not all over your desk, your table, or anything like that. And I really do need to get one of those mats for when I do modifications. All right, that is just, all right. Screw doesn't want to come out, but the modems. Now, I will warn you, this is a little bit finicky. So, just, you just want to, with everything, you just want to take your time, work with it. We almost got it. There we go. Got it all the way off right there. So we don't need that anymore. We just set that off to the side right here. So we want to try to get everything to line up. And a tip I read was you kind of want to do this at an angle. So one would think you could just slide it right back in, but we shall see. Oh, there we go. So we got that little tab right there. And so you just got to kind of work it in there. Take your time. Don't force it. See, scratch my plastic just a little bit right there. But then, once we get it in there, we'll just replace the screws again. You would think it would be as easy coming out. This kind of reminds me of when I replaced the alternator on my van. It's just a simple part, simple replacement. But it's very finicky going in and out. Especially for, something we don't use anymore with this modem. I wonder if anybody makes an Ethernet modem to plug into the Dreamcast so you can go online with it. Because I know Phantasy Star Online still has a community, but that might just be on the GameCube. And there we go. That nice pretty blue back in there. Just set that aside and boom. Now on to the Dreamcast. So flip it over. We just got 4 bolts, unlike the N64, which I think had 6. We've got them here at the corners. So we're going to start. There we go. Just got stuck back there on the power cable. So boom, look how different the color is on that one. Just stark white and yellowed. And boom, there are all the guts of our Dreamcast right there. Here's the battery. I really wish Sega hadn't soldered that in there so I could replace that. That's going to be a future video when I get a replacement to replace that. But there you go. There are all the guts of our Dreamcast. Now we just got to remove power supply, the control port, and the GDU drive, the laser drive. First thing we're going to do is remove the power board. We have 1 screw, 2 screw, and the little clip right there. Plus there's a clip right here that we just got to pry open. So let's go ahead and take that power plug. And like I said, we have a little clip right here. Yeah, so had to cut real quick because this was stuck in there, and I'm going to clean that up a little bit with some alcohol before we put everything back in there. But yeah, that was just kind of stuck on the oh, you can see it's kind of sticky right there. So yeah, that was just need a little extra oomph there. But yeah, like I said, be careful, take your time, because you definitely do not want to mess your parts up. And this is a little tray it sits on. And yeah, see, power supply is all out. All right, next up coming up is our GDU drive with 3 screws. 1 screw there, 1 screw there, and 1 screw right there. And once we got those screws out, this bad boy should just lift right out. If it's not stuck, there we go. Wow, that was the easiest thing to come out. So there's our GDU drive. All right, next up, we're going to be removing the power switch, and then the controller port and the fan. So power switch real easily. Let me just lift this bad boy out and just set it aside. And then next, we're going to remove this. Just boom, boom right there. And we just got to pop the ribbon cable out. So the ribbon cable, you just want to get there, a little bit of pressure, even pressure. Just be gentle, take your time. And there we go. Pop that out. And then once you get the screw is just being silly right now. There we go. And should all just, there we go. Just lift straight out like so. And we will set our fan assembly to the side. And then lastly, we just got to get the motherboard out. We've got 2 smaller gold screws there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 larger black screws here. Now we just gotta get the motherboard out. You can remove the heat shield first and then the motherboard. I'm going to attempt to remove the whole thing, and then, but I might not be able to. Oh, yeah, there we go. And you just gotta lift up, pull forward a bit. And that came off the heat sink on the bottom. So have to get that out as well. Set that to the side. And then boom, that is all. So now it's just on to reassembly. It's literally just doing the exact opposite of what you just did. So let's get the motherboard back in place. Try to get this lined up. All right, next up is putting the controller board and the fan back in. fan's going to sit right there. Controller board goes in here. We just want to angle it to get it in. I'm trying to keep my hair out of this video, unlike the last video. There we go. Got them in there. And then we just got to push down so it's seated. And then we just got to seat the fan, which is right there. All right, so yeah. Now we just got to replace the screws and put the ribbon cable back in. So let's get that done. And then lastly, I almost forgot to do this. We just got to put the ribbon cable in. All right, next up, we're just going to replace the power cable. Just run that right in there like it was. We'll adjust that later when we're installing the rest of it. All right, and next up is putting the GDMU drive back in. Make sure we put it right side up, because that will help. Just line the screw holes all back up. All right, next we got to put the plastic shielding in place. Just kind of slides right in there. There's a little peg for it to go there, and it goes right in there. And then we just got to slide in the GPU, which we have to make sure. There we go. Line up with that. Just got to gently push those pins down. So, yeah, I had to pull it off camera because that just was not lining up. You want to make sure that clip is right there. We have all of our pins seated there. And of course, that is secure there, the power supply there. And we can just replace the power supply like so. And then we just gotta put our 2 screws back in. And voila, put back together. Now we just gotta put the top shell of the modem back in. All right, here we go. We just gotta line everything up. Okay, good. The power button lines up. Just wanna make sure that lined up. All right. That opens up. Fantastic. Now we just got to replace the screws on the bottom. And so I don't scratch up my new shell case, let me put down my Japan Defense Force towel that my good friend Naoki-san gave to me on my last trip to Japan. All right. And it's just a matter of replacing screws, as it always is. So literally fiddling with this to try to get the sticky back off. There is no sticky back. They just give you a plastic piece that I guess you're supposed to glue down. It was just a plastic film, so you didn't get fingerprints all on it. So that is going to go right there. Eventually, when I get some, I don't know, tack, some super glue just to glue it down. That's kind of cheap there, AliExpress, but it is AliExpress. But the Nintendo one came with an actual decal. So we'll just have to glue that down. But let's go test the Dreamcast out. All right, moment of truth. We got power. Don't worry about that. The sound is actually turned all the way down on this. So, but just to be on the safe side. See, we got sound. Genki Tokyo Extreme Racing 2. So, there it is. Case replacement. Beautiful blue Dreamcast. Just gotta glue down the logo. But yeah, there it is. Leave a like, subscribe, and as always, have a great rest of your day. Bye now.